how did this started? I met Michael Rosen 3 years ago, actually here at the Westfield San Francisco Center. And after that, I went over and said, hey, have you been to Finland? Would you come over? So 2 years ago, I invited him, Michael, to come over to Finland to see, with his over 40 years of experience, also as one of the London Fashion Week founders, to see whether there's a potential about the Finnish designers.
About 2 years ago, I was asked, have you ever been to Finland? And I said, no, I've never been to Finland. And there was always a thing coming out of the Nordic region. There was like a new sort of zeitgeist going on of food, furniture, architecture, and a little bit of fashion. And then when I was in Helsinki, I thought, yeah, there's a whole spirit here of something new, and you could feel it on the street. So you know the bunny shoes, I've got this idea for them all being laid out on a lawn as if it's rabbits eating.
Do you mean these?
Have you got
the high
yeah,
heels
great.
and the sneakers?
No, not the high heels, just the sneakers.
Okay.
So what we've been looking at are all these colours to go again with the pinks and the white.
Right.
And a bit of accent colour. I've got a green cushion with, it's like the digital print of a leaf on it, and another one green and white. But they've got
I read from the website, the material is very cool. So if you pour a red wine in, it will come up with cold water.
Oh really?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But what other colours have they got? Because I've only coded at the moment greens.
The designer actually takes the photo, the prints are her own photographs that she printed in. So I think they have like Helsinki city line or building pictures.
Have they got any that are more like pale blue landscapes with trees or that sort of Finland feel of
something
scenery?
Blue, kind of like a snowy.
We can use that in the furnishings area.
Right.
You know those reindeer heads from, who are those from?
B-Design.
B-Design.
Right.
The B-Design reindeer heads next to her cushions with scenic views of snowy Helsinki, Finland would be good. The green ones we're going to use on the mountain of pillows.
Michael and I spent hours and hours looking at websites and images and narrowed it down, and eventually got to where we are today, especially when we started receiving shipments. All of a sudden we think of our ideas and we think of what we're seeing and what we've received, and it becomes nerve-wracking, and you start kind of second-guessing yourself and wondering whether it's going to turn out at all any way or any similar way or to what you first imagined. And
so the first task that I'm here as a production assistant is really to order everything, all the props that we need that you're looking at here. So I went online, went to millions of websites trying to figure out the best price for the best products. And so because our schedule was really tight, and then we had to basically have to order today and get the products delivered in like 2 days.
I remember coming out of my hotel in Helsinki, and it was quite a cold morning, and I looked down the street and the end of it had the ocean. And flying around above all of that were seagulls. And as the seagulls were flying around and cooing, some feathers were beginning to fall against this backdrop of. And then I had this idea for this installation of taking, how can you freeze that image? So we took garment bags, clear plastic garment bags, hung them on white utility-looking clothing rails and filled them with white feathers.
Fast forward now, after 3 years when we first met, Michael's idea and the previous collaboration with Westfield Mall started 3 months ago. Like, hey, what if we showcase the Finnish design under the dome during the most busiest holiday season? And it was a splendid idea. Particularly when the Nordic design is very hot, very trendy right now. So we want to feature and bring to the knowledge for Finnish design companies to the US consumer audience.
He gave me this, great poem that he had written, and my assignment was to research images and that just inspired me and made me think of this poem.
I set the deal straight, with 24/7 pressure and can't wait. I will turn and walk away if you want me to, if it's best for you. If you want me to, I wouldn't say that I was known for doing the right thing. I wouldn't say that I was.
So I did that. We started working on this idea of this white, sort of Narnia-esque world. And soon after, Tong gave us this list of companies, of products that we were meant to use and incorporate, of course, and market.
This installation of Finland Under the Dome in San Francisco took place in December 2017. I had to kind of come up with a concept that could house all the things from a smallest furnishing item to a large furnishing item to a fashion accessory to fashion clothing to furniture, food and functional things.
It's the first time that we have a amount of 40-something and showcase Finnish design brands at once. What we hope this to do, our aim, why we're doing this, is to actually, as a Team Finland, to help these Finnish design companies to find the distributors so they can enter this challenging but very, very potential and big consumer design market.
Makes me wanna grow. Never gonna give you. Makes me wanna grow. Never gonna give you.